Last week, this bowl lit up with fire. This week, it flows with water. Same bowl, totally different vibe. Let's turn this fire feature into a water feature. In this video, I'm transforming the fire feature we made last week into a sleek, modern water feature. I'll walk you through the new insert that I designed. We'll pour some concrete and I'll show you how we get the water flowing. Let's get going. Welcome back to Timber West Design, where we talk timber, shade structures, and outdoor living. Here are the supplies you're going to need for this project. You're going to need some Cementol cement mix. You need a scale to weigh out your ratios, a 4:1 ratio of Cementol to water. You need a bucket to mix it in. You need a drill, like something like this, to mix the concrete. Then you're going to need a mold. This is the 3D printed mold we're going to use. You need some mold release. You'll need a pump with the little stem and a coupling. At that point, we'll also need spot putty, sandpaper, some primer, and some paint. Here is the water feature sphere that I added to the bowl. This is what it looks like when you 3D model something. Now, to make the mold, I cut it in half so it would fit on the 3D printer. So we have the upper globe portion, we have the stem portion, and I have this channel portion. And the upper and the lower, I just printed it twice to make the other half. So we're going to send this to the printer and we'll see how this turns out. It's fun to watch my creations come to life with the 3D printer. What starts out as a digital sketch slowly becomes something real. The 3D printer's done printing. Here's the result of it. We have all these molds ready to go. So the next step is we spray canola oil as a mold release on here. So I like to get this box to kind of contain the spray. What we're going to do is just spray in here. I take a foam brush, just spread it, get a nice film on everything, just so everything will pull nicely. So we'll do that to all the pieces and then we'll put it all together. So we just have the bolt flanges here. We'll just put all the bolts in. I like to just hand tighten and then we'll snug it all up after it's put together. So I've got the globe portion put together. I'm going to put this bottom section on next. This will go in like this. We'll bolt that in, and then I have the inner core, and that's going to go in like so. The bolts are all in position. Now it's just time to take some wrenches and just snug things up. Nothing too tight, but just snug so it stays together nicely. And then we're going to get ready to pour. Concrete's mixed, ready to pour. So what I did on this one, it's about 10,000 grams of concrete, and it's a decent sized mix, so I did this one in 2 separate pours just to make it a little bit more manageable. And I made it slightly thinner than I normally do because I've got some thin sections and I just want to make sure we get everything in there. Here's the second half of the pour. Okay, that's a good sign. We're coming out of both sides. Let's get this side filled up. And what I can do, just kind of tap it, help level things off, get some of the air out of it. I should be able to demold this thing in about 3 hours, so we'll see you then. Quality sleep is the foundation of our health. It influences how we think, feel, and perform. When we sleep well, we enjoy more energy and focus, stronger immune system, improved mood and mental clarity, greater resilience to stress. Imagine sleeping like a baby every night. Think what your life would be like if you could sleep deeper, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling fully refreshed and rejuvenated every day. With Newcom's proven sleep protocol, you can enjoy the best sleep of your life with ease. The concrete has had plenty of time to dry, so it's time to take apart the molds. I'm anxious to see what this is going to look like. The bolts are all off. It's time to start taking this apart. On the center core came right out. That's a good sign. I think I'll just put a screwdriver in here. Pop these apart there. Ooh, look at that. Let's take this main part off. There we go. Just like we planned. Okay, so we've got the hole in the top. Got a spot for the pump in the bottom. So I'm going to let this sit overnight or a day or so, and then we'll start sanding the parting lines and getting this ready for primer. We've had some time for this to cure up a little bit, Now it's time to sand the parting line. So either can take a block like that, just where it feels good, or you can take just some hand paper, get into areas that's a little tougher with a block, and just get it all ready. So what we're going to do is get everything smooth. You feel it all. It feels really smooth. There's no bumps. Then we'll prime it, and we'll get to that point. I've got the first coat of primer on here. When you prime, you start seeing a few little flaws here and there. So what I'm going to do is take a glove, take my spot putty, put a little bit on here, and I just smear it in some of the little defects. Just carefully go through here, touch it up. We'll let that dry. I'll sand it, potentially prime it one more time, and we'll get to that point. I've sanded the first layer of spot putty. I added my second coat of primer. It's looking really good. Now on one half, I left it primer. On the other half, I did what's called a guide coat. So a dark color. I usually like flat black paint. In this case, I didn't have any, so I just used the dark color. But what this does is when you sand it, you can see where the low spots are. In this particular case, there's very few low spots, but you can see a couple spots here where it's dark. That is either something you need to just sand further, you add some more spot putty, or depending on how nice a finish you want, you just think maybe that's just good enough. But that gives you a guide. That's why it's called a guide coat. It gives you a guide on where you are with your surface finish. And we'll sand this down and we'll get it ready for paint. The paint job is done, and I am very pleased with how this turned out. I love this thing. This looks so good. So our next step, let's take a pump. Has a 1/2 inch thread on this particular pump. I'm going to put a coupling on here, and we'll add this section of pipe. We'll put in on here, and then what I did is I just cut it so it's just below the surface of here. I don't want to see it, but I want it to be close to the opening here. So this goes in here like so. Let's put this in the middle. I'll put this on top, through the hole, just like so. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Let's put some water in here and see what this looks like. Can't wait to see. Let's finish filling this up. I don't know, maybe about 1 inch below the lip. Let's see how that turns out. Time to plug it in. This is always the most exciting part, to see how these things work. Ooh, look at that. That looks fun. Just nice and soothing. Completely different vibe than the fire feature, but this would be great for your table outside if you just need some tranquility, some peaceful sounds, and some water flowing. If you like the projects I'm making and you'd like to make your own, go to my website at timberwestdesign.com. I have the digital files available for you to download. You can 3D print your own molds and cast your own concrete projects like this. So if you like this video, you want to see more, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.